This is terrible for Drew now.
The moment Drew let go of that lockdown, right? You noticed it. You said not anymore, and now Islam's in the mount.
Yeah, Drew's in deep water here. Oh, he got him back to half guard. Now he's scrambling. Now he's scrambling.
Yes, sir.
But he's still in deep doo-doo here. I mean, he's just holding on, and Makhachev is completely controlling him.
Well, he's not allowing him to get off of his back. Look, he's got Drew Dober flat the whole time.
Yeah.
Dober needs to try to find a way to a hip or something.
Look at that beautiful knee to belly side control now. I love that pass. That pass was so smooth and kept all of his weight on the front of Drew Dober's body, on the top half.
It sure looked like it.
Yeah, it sure was.
It looked like he just punched him right between the legs.
Yeah, he certainly did. I think he said sorry.
Drew said it's a nut shot.
And I think Islam said sorry. Look at that. Right back to mount. Oh, now he takes the back. Oh, Drew's up. Drew's up.
Oh, he's got to be careful.
Oh, lost it. Wow, that was his opportunity. Man, that's some high-level grappling right there. Look at that slide.
Right back to side control.
That slide through control. He might get crucifixed here.
Got to be very careful here.
Yeah, he's going to get crucifixed. He's going to pin that arm in between his legs. Now he went to the back again.
Notice how he continues to grab the wrist. He takes the left wrist of Dober.
Oh, look at that arm. Look at that roll. Oh, Drew's in trouble. He's in big trouble.
Oh, he still got it, but
he's got to break his arm.
Drew's okay here.
Oh, my God.
Now he's not.
Barely okay.
Now he's going to be in trouble here. Oh,
he's going to switch to a leg. If he can't get that arm, he's going to switch to that leg. Now Drew's on top. Man.
That was a slick transition there to that arm bar.
Man, some serious grappling by Makhachev.
All rounds begin on the feet. Dober trying to find a home for that patented left hand. No surprise, Javier Mendez and Khabib Nurmagomedov want Makhachev to pursue another takedown. There's a single leg shot.
But now Drew Dober's arms are going to be gassed out. It's going to be really hard for him to get off those punches, and I think he's going to be more reluctant to throw kicks. Now he knows how strong.
Look at that. See that? It's all the
is.
trips.
Yeah,
it's all the
beautiful.
trips when they get you along the side of the octagon, right? Drew Dober was able to defend the initial takedown, defend the shot off the leg, lifted the underhook, put him back against the fence, and then went to the inside-out trip. Great job by Islam.
He's got Elliot Marshall screaming out grappling instructions to him to try to help him here, but the problem is the level difference is so high.
Well, he's better off right now because he's by the octagon, right? He can try to use it as a barrier to get back to his feet.
Watch your fingers in the eyes, Aslam.
Dober trying to get up on a hip. Shape your legend at EA Sports UFC 4. Get up to 50% off for a limited time on Xbox One and PS4.
Dober tried to post up on that right arm, and Islam just snatched it up. And now he's got a better situation.
Yep.
He's close, but Makhachev's got his hands clasped underneath Dober's hips. And if Dober does get up, he's likely going to go for a ride.
Well, he's going to try to step over the legs and then try to figure four those two legs as Dober's against the side of the octagon.
That's the Khabib special.
We are through 7 minutes, and perhaps you see why Makhachev is among the most avoided guys in this division. Having his way with Drew Dober thus far tonight.
Stay busy, guys.
And if you're Dober, maybe you hope you can cause enough inaction to result in a stand-up, but most elite referees will let you work here.
Drew Dober at this point is just exhausted by the continuous pressure and just the elite high-level grappling of Islam. He's just so good.
You know what, one of the main issues, Joe, is when you fight a guy that's such a fantastic grappler, right? It's not only the physical damage that they do to you, but the mental, right? Because you think, I've trained so hard for this. and then you go, I've done so many get-ups, I've escaped so many times, but it doesn't seem to be working. And that's discouraging. That starts to play on your mind, and then you accept being on your back with these guys on top of you, and it only gets worse as the fight goes on.
And then you hope, okay, I survive this round and I'll be stood up at the beginning of the third round, and that's the chance. But by then, his arms are gassed out, and Makhachev's just been controlling him completely.
And then you find yourself right back here, right? Yeah. And then the round starts, and you get put back there again. And then all those memories of the round before creep right back into your head, and you're almost at a loss. But it's something to be said about, multiple times I've heard you guys say this. You train for a certain guy with a lot of different people, but it's never that guy. Until you feel that guy and you realize, wow, this is much different than what I intended it to be.
But you got to recognize, too, this guy survived Davi Ramos, right? Davi Ramos is one of the best jiu-jitsu guys in the sport, and Makhachev had no problems with it.
That was a close, you know, Davi Ramos is insane. Took the fight on short notice. Yes. It probably was the best fight against Islam for a long time, you know? Yeah. That speaks to how good Davi Ramos is.
But it also speaks to how good Islam is.
Yes.
Because Davi Ramos is an Abu Dhabi world champion.
And Islam was able to grapple with him, take him down, and win the fight.
That's what's crazy. Oh, my God.
Crushing elbows there from Makhachev. Putting the finishing touches on what can only be described as a 10-8 round.
Yeah. And round one could have been it. You know, round one could have been 10-8. You know, I'm not certain, but this one feels more like a 10-8 round for Makhachev.
Dober having to work awfully hard defensively here. And in all likelihood, we'll need a finish in round 3. And Danny, we're going to look back at that early take.
Good, but watch. Inside-out trip. Boom. Puts him right back on his back. So it's multiple different takedown attempts that you have to worry about. So now what does Dober expect? The single, the double, or does he have to defend trips and takedowns against the side of the octagon?
And he also knows he's deep in the hole 2 rounds, and he's got to finish this fight.
He's got to let it all fly. Dober's got to start throwing left hands with reckless abandon at this point.
All right, round 3 is brought to you by P3, the official protein snack of the UFC. That's just the 7th strike landed by Dober tonight. Too easy.
Dober looked like he almost pulled guard there, right?
Almost looked like he was
bear hug. Yep, he was getting bear hug. Islam started to lace the leg on the inside. And he was able to bear hug him back to his back.
There's a thing that happens that you see even in training when a guy just continues to just dominate someone. They sort of accept it.
Yes. Well, we've seen this with Habib on multiple occasions where Habib takes him down, takes him down, he takes him down. Then eventually, as his career went longer, you saw him securing finishes, right? Because the pressure and the dominance became so apparent that the opponents couldn't handle it. And right now you're seeing that with Islam Makhachev against Drew Dober, who is extremely tough.
And Drew is trying to get that Kimura. One thing it might be able to do for him is open up space where he can get back up to his feet if he's got the energy.
Stay off the spine, Islam. Stay off the spine.
I would rather see that butterfly than not.
He's trying real hard with this Kimura, and he loses it.
Seems like we've seen a change in strategy for Dober, trying to get offensive here off of his back.
Look at the shoulder pressure, though. Look at Dober's face.
Oh, he got it! Islam Makhachev submits Drew Dober.
Wow. Just that shoulder pressure. I was just saying, look at the shoulder pressure by Islam, and he gets the finish. Wow.
Just swarmed. Now he knows. Right? You don't know until you know.
Man, everybody knows.
Everybody knows.
Dude's the real deal.
Yeah.
And for him to be 15 right now is crazy. He is one of the top 10, if not top 5 lightweights in the world.
Yeah.
And tonight he showed that.
Well, it's just a long period of inactivity, unfortunately.
Yes.
And it's not due to any fault of his own.
Well, you see there, Makhachev 3-1 to win by submission. A -455 betting favorite, of course, but came in with the number 14 next to his name, and a lot of people feel like that's a top 5 lightweight in the world right now. Incredible.